Good morning. 6:14. There's sign of light. Rogue, see that? Watching this here. Just got her eating. I don't want her eating no grass. Windy. No midges. Hey, hey, hey! None of that this time. It's too early. She's back to normal. Why couldn't you have been like that yesterday? You could have carried more weight. Save my shoulders. Right, back in. In yet? Right. Dad's crib. Welcome to Dad's crib. Right, when I pitched here yesterday, it was lumpy and medium grass. So I thought, yeah, that'll do. You know what I mean? But of course, now we're on the tent and it got flattened down. It's high up here. It really dips down here. So I'm like in a, I don't know what it'd be, a sideways S. So everyone's shifting down into this corner on top of me where my feet are. But at the moment, I've managed to get all three. And the quilt, we're giving it an hour or so until it brightens out a bit more. No rush. I know where I'm going, so it's nice and breezy out, so no midges, so we can take it chilled. So yeah, I should be up here somewhere, but I keep sliding down here. I need to do some wild camping courses, don't I? Oh dear. You think I'll ever get a knack of it? I've only been doing it about, sorry, insect. I've only been doing it about, I don't know, all my life since 17. The military never taught me anything, did they? What's Rogue looking at? She goes out and barks at everything. Anything out there, she must see things or hear things I don't hear. Anyway, had a great sleep. And very happy. Yeah, I'm about a foot away from this end of the, what do you call it? Wall. And my feet are more or less touching that. This is what life's like on a mountain. One day we will get on a mountain, dogs. Something won't stop us. Like you puking for one. Still it. She's gone into a coma like she does. It's hard to move her when she's asleep. Right. Have an extra hour, just resting. I'll see you later. Ooh. And my protein bars. Stay there, you. Wait for the sun to pop out in between the clouds. Bit of a breeze up here, it's lovely. No condensation on the tent. I'm itchy, I don't know why. Ugh. Probably all the DEET and suntan lotion I put on my skin. Well, there might be some midges in here, to be honest. Yeah, little so-and-sos, that's why I'm itching. They've decided to take shelter in the tent. Hold on, I've got to change that. Little so-and-sos decided to get me, didn't they, at the doorway, midges. So I'm waiting for, see if this cloud will break and we'll get a bit of sunshine. Hopefully it don't go as hot as yesterday. It's supposed to be 18, which is a bit more manageable, isn't it? I haven't had an update. What I'm going to do is wait till I get a little further down to get an update, because I've been getting updates too early in the morning. And I prefer to get them like midday. Then you get a good range of what's coming ahead for the day and for the next few days. Hold on, I've got to get my coffee. Oh. Stella a drink out of it, I'll knock it over. Yeah, midges are coming out now because the breeze has eased off from it. All sods, aren't they? They can burn some energy off out here, as long as it's not in the tent. There was a lovely breeze. I come out, make a coffee, and the breeze stopped. Typical, isn't it? Right, got to get on with jobs because the midges are out. Yucky, yucky. Oh, they're all over my face. Daddy's babies have come to play. They're everywhere. I was a fool. Got caught out. The wind stopped the very minute I got the coffee ready. How about that for being sneaky? There's more in here now than there's been in the last 24 hours. Now, if that was overnight, that's enough to give you a headache through the night, because they'll start flying around your head when you're dozing. Yeah, they're everywhere. Funny thing is, when I roll this tent out later and then unpack it, my screen is pebble dash with dead midges everywhere. Little suds, aren't they? That's what I use. Life Systems, Expedition. I can't read, the rest is all faded. Well, 50 plus skin protection. Probably totally cancerous, but erodes the skin. But see how they, my little babies work with the DEET. Come on, you want some dinner? Come on. Let's see. No, it won't rest on my hand. I do believe it works. They might fly around your face, you know what I mean, and kind of get on your nerves, but they won't actually want to land on you. That's the only thing I find it works so far. Forget that skin so soft. Everyone goes skin so soft. I've tried it. You get a slurry on your skin, and all the midges do is get stuck in that slurry on your skin, and by the end of the day you got it looked like you've been tarred and feathered by midges. I've used various other ones. Midge, I found, works with the Peak District ones, Lie Down Rebel, but does not work with the Scottish midge. So I use Smidge when I'm in the Peak District. Yeah, they're not going on. Oh, there's one. Is there one on? He's dead. Yeah, no, he's dead. No, they don't like me. I'm trying. Normally they'd be kind of, see, oh, I don't know, you see one jumped on and bounced back straight away. Didn't like it. Look at them all down there. Yeah, so that stuff works if you're in Scotland. I got it off Amazon. It's the only one that worked. Forget about skin so soft, everyone says. Then someone will say, oh, the formula's been changed. Probably has, but I never worked. I had an older one from years back someone gave me, and I checked on the back of the label and I had the newer one, and neither worked. All I got, I was in the Cape Wrap, I got a kind of paste on my arm, greasy paste, and it was just a mess. The only other thing I found, and I can't figure out which one it was, I sometimes find suntan lotion, you know, the sunscreen. For some reason, there's something in that. I don't know if there's citrus or something like that in the suntan lotion, and that seems to keep them at bay as well. So when you have a mixture of that, which I probably will in a bit if it gets hot, they stay away from it. So I don't know, maybe that's just a chance or something else, but I do find DEET works. It's the only thing that's going to make your life, but you're going to get stink of DEET in the end. And like me, I've got a mixture of suntan cream on my face from yesterday, DEET, I don't know, sweat. Ugh. Absolutely stinking here. But it works. Little babies. Daddy's little babies. Yes, I've lost the plot. I'm waiting for the sun to come out. I'm going to go out in a minute anyway, so I don't care. And there you go. 8:28, much earlier. Very midgy. As soon as you stop, they're around you. I had to use a midge net packing up because they were just getting around my head like now. That's where we were. As you can see, look how uneven that was. I was lying somewhere here with this great big mound, just beyond that rock, and my feet were, you can see more or less where my body was lying, in a big dip. Left no trace, no rubbish, no pegs, no trash, no sign we're here except some flat grass, as always. I'm not getting a weather update until I get further on and we have a rest. I'm guessing at the moment the pack is about 55 pounds, which is not bad at all. Rebel! Leave. Which is 55 pounds. So I'll let you know when I get it on. You'll know by the way it feels after the last few days. That's about it. Beautiful camp, really good. And last night I was expecting, you know, when that shadow came and no wind at all and there was no sun, I was expecting to be eaten by the midges. Nothing. Really good. So we were very lucky because it could easily gone the other way. So I'm going to take a real slow trek down. 9/10 of the accidents happen when people are going down. I know we're not on the actual mountain itself, but again, the terrain is really, really rough and rugged and full of holes. So don't think the hard work's over. Just switch on, keep your eyes screwed to the floor, take it steady, no race. And hopefully that sun in the distance will somehow reach us. There was some sun behind us, yeah, but it's still not getting us. Right, that's enough. We've got to pack up, load up and go. Dogs are raring to go, look at them. Even Stella's good. She's had plenty of rest. Try and make, as I said before I do go, try and make that area where I pitched with Mike when we were doing a hike for Neil near the river, first river crossing, just beyond, just off the Stalker's track, if you get what I mean. Right, see you down there, or along the way at least, and I'll give you an update on the weather. The big boulder, which I say is the 3/4 mark, but it's probably a little bit further. You can see how far we've come already. Nice cloud inversion there, still. So walking into the clouds now. That'll feel cool. I'm using Rebel as a trailblazer. He's walking ahead of me, and if there's any holes, he'll fall in them. Doing well, really well. And it is going to get sunny in a bit. I don't know when. The sun either side. I'm getting covered. As soon as I start to get covered in sticky flies, they are so irritating. They love just be a nuisance. I'm staying away from the water because if Stella goes in it, it's too cold. It's about 12 degrees, I'd say, at most. And I don't want her getting chilled, even though she loves it. It's all right when it's hot. And I don't think it helps her joints when she's getting freezing water on them all the time. Oh, she's eating grass now. Well done, Stella. So this cloud inversion is going to get us in the end. It's going up the other valley, it looks like. Rebel, get up. You're picking all the ticks up. Done a mile. I couldn't tell you a distance. I'd have been gone in an hour. Not in there, not in there. It's muddy. Cloud inversions all around us. We've come from up there where the sky's now clearing. It's cool. It's quite fresh here. How beautiful that, eh? Taking a breather. We left the valleys. There's our embankment area. Just over there is the nature reserve where we camped and the winter camp. We'll be back on the Stalker's track in a minute. Stella's doing brilliant and we've not even done 2 miles. So much easier when you're up high and you can look and take a bearing and just go straight along. There's somewhere decent to walk. I think this is a bit of the Stalker's track now we're picking up. it will lead to the main part of the Stalker's track, because most of the Stalker's track goes up into the right hand side valley. There was slight faint signs of tracks up there, probably an old Stalker's track years ago, but it's so faded. But there's little sections you can follow. I don't know if the deer have been using the same track, and obviously it's more noticeable, but other areas where the grass has just grown and vegetation's grown, you can't see it. So some of it was easy, some of it was very hard. Stella, no, we're not having a dunk. She wants to get in the water. It's too cold. It's about 9-10 degrees now. That cloud is on it. I don't want to get her wet. She'll get cold. Keep her moving. Ooh, it's gone really claggy. Clouds come right down. It's gone really cold as well. So keep moving. If we stop, we'll get cold. Stella's looking good. Rogue's growling. I'm resting my back. Oh. Good girl, Stella. You're a trooper. She likes the cold. She always walks better when it's cold. Keep her out of the water though. Good girl, you have a rest. Good girl. I'm gonna have a breather. I'm gonna push on. Well, we made the original plan, but look, 2.88 miles, not even 3 miles. So it's cold here, they're wet. We've been through marsh, we've got to go for a bit more marsh, and then we're on the track. So I'm planning to now to go to the Black Hut and rest in there, rest my shoulders. You're probably getting terrible angles because I'm resting my shoulders, and feed the dogs, have some lunch, put some jacket on or something like that, keep warm, and assess if I can get Stella down to the plantation after we've had a rest. If not, if she's looking bad, then I'll pitch at Loch Dochard. I'd rather get down within striking distance of the car, because I don't know what the weather is tomorrow, but I know Tuesday it's going to be horrendous. And looking at how the weather is now, you can see it's turning. I think this is going to burn off or blow off, but I don't know what kind of temperatures we're going to get today. And I don't want to be sitting in a tent now with wet dogs, cold, and it's cold out here. The more we keep moving slowly, even if we have to do it slow, they're staying warm. Then we can pitch at the plantation and then we can settle. Good plan, I think. Well, we made the track and the sun is trying to come through. Typical, isn't it? Just down the track now, all downhill, firm ground, to the hut, and lunch and a rest. And I need it. Very, very boggy there. Not so hard for the dogs, hard for me, because my 180 pounds plus my 55, was that 235? I'll accept 235. Means I'm sinking into the ground. Up to my shins at times. But nice. This could work, this plan. I can't believe we did such a good straight line, we cut so much distance. And it was a good trail. Hey, who's eating grass? Don't do it. See what I do? I have to be bossy with her. I don't want her sick again. Look at her. She's telling me to go. When she nudges me, she's telling her to keep going. So maddening, isn't it? I carry 55 pounds. Leave it over mountains. Well, not over the mountains, but mountain valleys. Absolutely exhausted. And people pitch 10 feet, 20 feet from the hut and leave all the beer and cans and rubbish. I can't carry that out. I'm carrying more than enough on my own. It's just wrong. I didn't see that yesterday. The other day, sorry. I didn't look round beyond the door though. Very wrong. These huts are not for that. Maddening. Especially when I'm doing what I'm doing. Lazy sods. Stay in the sun, you lot. Look at that. And a nice breeze. So I'm going to feed dogs. No, not down there. Rubble. No. I'll be in the water before I know it. I'm going to have some lunch. Probably have to cook inside the hut. It's a bit brisk. Windy. So I covered all with the drone, all the back end. Came up to the stepping stones, which are about there. I think I went a little bit beyond. Then I came back, went over the boats around here, back over to that side, and I was scanning different angles. And then I went up that bit a little bit, then back down and back around. So I've covered all that. Now, obviously on this screen, on here, I can't see nothing. And the sun's hitting the screen as well, so it's making it really bad. So I've just seen that stump over there. I don't know if you can see on the other side. Good job I didn't hit that, wasn't it? At 60 feet, you've got to be careful, you see, because you're judging height. It says 60 feet, I'm guessing it's above sea level. It's not 60 feet off the ground, because I've tried that a couple of times and nearly ended up sticking the drone into the ground. So, yeah, I've covered as much as I can over there. We've been up the valleys. I've been up the other one. I'd like to get the drone up the other one. I've got to scan all that over there, but it was foggy. So the plan was to stop there. And it was looking really awful. So I thought push to the hut just in case things turn. And we're still under 4. It's about 3.8 miles. So we're well within boundaries. It's what we do after I've rested Stella. Right, so feed the dogs and have some lunch. Dogs have been fed. Lie down, Stella. Lie down, I'm resting you. Lie down. Lie down. She's in the sun now. I don't want her in the shade. No, in the sun. You'll get cold. Lie down there. That's it. She'll stiffen out in the cold. Rope, lie down. But chicken, tikka, coffee, got some chocolate. That's my bag of rubbish. Full in there. God knows how many days. But it's all dehydrated, you see. Just getting settled here, you know what I mean? And over the brow comes 2 cyclists. I was like, oh no. Stick the dogs in, that's good. And then I forgot what to do when you meet humans. It's been 5 days I ain't seen a human. So I did the normal, you know, totally ignore them. No, I said hello, but they didn't talk that much to me. There again, they were cycling and looked out of breath. Lie down. They're in the sun there. Even though it's breezy, they're in the sun. They'll dry off, but they'll be warm. Yeah, look at the waves. Can you see the waves on there? I don't think I'll fly my drone today, dear. Might be fine against the wind. Wind keeps easing. Sorry about any wind noise. Lie down, Rebel. Lie down. Flats. Stella, you're looking stiff. Flats. Flats. I'm trying to get you to rest. Flats. Oh, I'm going to have to stand in there because it's going to be too noisy for you. That's better for you. Right. Neil's mark spot is further up there, peninsula, which is just over that hill there on the left here, where the track is. Now, something else always been bugging me and chewing me in my head is the friends left where Neil was pitched. When they couldn't find him, they marked the spot with a pile of stones. Or somebody did, you know what I mean? Mountain rescue, somebody like. And so I looked on the official map of the mountain rescue search coordination and all that, which is secret. I can't provide it for YouTube or anything like that because it was given to me in confidence. But anyway. And it shows the marked pile as the peninsula there. Now, on the hike for Neil, I did see a few stones piled high, not far from when they laid the plaque. But when I was doing my search all the way around the loch, I went over here, and this is a well-known pitch spot. People pitch just there, just off the loch, and people pitch there, not that far from the boats there. And there's a little sandy bit. Now when I went onto there, which is a well-known pitch spot, there was a great big pile of rocks all piled up like a little cairn. So I thought, oh no, don't tell me we've got it wrong. So when I went back home, I double checked, and no, the official one is up there. But this is where the but comes in. Did people, whoever left the stones, say, oh, there's a place where we've marked where Neil's last campsite was, with a pile of stones? But when Mountain Rescue came up, or whoever did it, they didn't see these pile of stones. They automatically thought that was the pile of stones where Neil's tent went missing. Because I've got to be honest, and this is hand on heart, the pile of stones up there was like little 4 or 5 stones. But the pile of stones here was piled really good, like a little cairn. And I was like, why would they be piled there like that? So if that brings Neil's last pitch spot down here, that really does change search areas, doesn't it? Because it brings them away from them valley. And that's something that's all stuck in my head. And I've searched all around now and off the shoreline and all that, because the water receded that summer. So that then puts him either in the reeds, sadly, or more over this way. So, and that would make total sense to pitch there, because if you pitch there, one, you've got beautiful views. You've got a little cut off, little kind of isolated peninsula, which is nice. But 3, you've got the track nearby, you've got water just up here. You can see there's a little bridge under there's running water. And 4, you've got this, the shelter for emergencies. Now that always bugged me, because I didn't understand why Neil would pitch on a peninsula out there, away from all this. You know what I mean? The hut is your safety, isn't it? Especially if you're going to be for 6 days and you don't know what the weather's going to do. If you have to bail, all you do is run to the hut. You can sit in here, you can put your mattress down there. It's not the best of places, but my God, it's much better than being out there in the elements. But the pile of stones was the thing. But as I say, the official map puts them there. Now, I'm just being open-minded here, you know. People make mistakes. Did they get the wrong pile of stones? And if so, that really does change things. Because I couldn't understand the perfect places. Why would you come up from that way, from, you know, Bridge of Orchy and Victoria Bridge, hike all the way up here, not feeling it, not feeling well, past 1, past 2, and I think there's another one further up there. Pitch spots, unless they were busy, unless people were on them. And why would you do it when you've got a perfect hut here where you could all, you know, pitch there and come over here and eat your dinner in the shade, the wind if it was rough? I mean, Monday can be good, Tuesday can be raining, Wednesday can be throwing it down. You know, me, if I wasn't experienced, I would be using this as my backup place. You two, out. Rebel, out. Get out. The reason I don't like them going around, people tend to do their nature business around there, and it's not very nice, and dogs pick it up. That's why I don't like to pitch on these spots. Again, people are so lazy, they won't walk more than 10 feet away from the campsite, and they do their business. And of course, when we were searching, rebels picking up things like that. Dogs have got good noses. Lie down. That's the last thing I want. Lie down. Flat. So, there's an idea I'm going to throw forward. the reason I've always been drawn to them because it's right opposite the, you know what I mean, and that's what he's viewing. But if he was, and as I say, there was a good, I should have photographed it. There was a good pile of stands there altogether. That was more prominent than the one that was up there. Then, that's true, they put the plaque on the wrong pile of stands, but let's hope I'm wrong and the official map's right. Rebel, if you do not lie down, I'm going to smack your head. Lie down. He's looking to get in trouble. See how restless they get. Right, I'm going to load that and we'll be setting off in a minute. It's only about 3/4 of a mile down there, so it's not going to be pushing Stella. And I've done a weather update, and the weather is bad tomorrow, but in the afternoon. So if we get to the car by 1 o'clock, 2 o'clock, we should be okay. Yeah, still curious about that. It's always got in my head that. Anyway, that's another thought. Right, finish my coffee and pack up. So I was eating, left it all clean. Who is this guy? Anyway, one other thing, forgot to mention, I meant to kick in. At the back, you saw probably on the Hike for Neil meet, the second one, when I was doing it with Mike, we searched the locks at the back there, but we couldn't search the water. Now, as far as I know, no one searched the water. Now, I did ask a well-known volunteer organisation team, or whatever you like to call it, and I said, like, I've had word with people in the state, you can get your dinghy up, you can go around the back of the farm, this is when Stephen had left, and go through the farm, and I'll meet you, you know what I mean, we'll arrange it. I've had permission. Bring the dinghy all the way up here. I'll show you the route down with the Stalker's Trail. I hope you carry the dinghy to the lakes, and you can search the lakes if you want. The locks, the miniature locks. But the person said to me it's too much hassle to get up here. He said, do you realise how much hassle it is to get the dinghy up here? So I thought, I can't do everything, you know what I mean? So I will not cover for anyone, I will not make excuses or anything. I'll just tell you what's been said, how it's been said, and you can see that I'm not going to start diving as well, you know what I mean? I don't know how to do all that. So there's only so much you can do, isn't there? I'm not saying he's in the locks, but it'd be nice for someone to trudge through the locks at the back there. They're not far from the ruins, they're not far off the Stalker's track. You know, if someone got lost over there, it'd be nice. Yeah, in. Highlight of the day is watching Rebel lick his private parts. Rebel! Oh God, I hope he ain't got no ticks. I'm not pulling them off from around there. Not a chance. Anyway, Climb Train gave me some sweets, and I says I'll use them for hiking. And they're like jelly babies, somewhere like jelly babies, but with sugar frosting over. Absolutely beautiful, citrusy, lovely. The other thing is I always use this Noon. I don't know if that's pronounced right. Hydration tablets, sports. They've got caffeine in there. Oh God. They've got electrolytes, extra mild, drop fizz drink. Anyway, these are fresh lime. Reason I raised this subject is when I came in that first day, I had cheese rolls, I had some fruit tea cakes, and didn't bother cooking or anything like that. I had plenty of water, but that night I had cramps. And I didn't walk 4 miles. Really weird. I know I was carrying that heavy load, but you know what I mean? Only 4 miles. Anyway, all the days I was up hiking up that valley and doing all that hard work through the bogs and marshes and all that. Every day I took these. Never had any cramps, never felt rough or anything. They're worth the weight and go down. What I normally do is, these are lime, but I've got some orange ones in there. I mix them up. So it's like a change each drink you have. Otherwise you might get fed up. Some people don't like them because they say it tastes twangy or something. But that's the whole point, I think.
But I've never had cramps when I've had them. So if you suffer cramps, if you're cycling, hiker, something like that, try these, because I've never had cramp at night when I've had these. Whereas the day I skipped it, I had cramp the first night. Dogs have done brilliant. Obviously a tent set up. I can't show you. I'll spin round. Stella's flat out. Rogue's somewhere over there. She must have done 5 miles. I did 6, but I was doing walking around, getting water and all that when I was having lunch. That's the most she's ever done, and she ain't gonna do no more than that. I had to push down here. I got a weather update, and as I said, it looks like the rain's kicking in tomorrow afternoon. Don't know what time. So what I want to do, get up leisurely, not in a panic. Make sure there's a breeze. I try to push the tent further out, so there's a gap in the trees there. If it changes, hopefully we'll get swiped with that gap. Yeah, pack out slowly, take it nice and steady. Hike out of here. If it rains, I can't do that first river crossing this way. And this time I'm going to send Rogue and Rebel ahead of me and not get wet boots. It doesn't matter because I'm getting to the car, but the point is I just don't want to get wet boots. If it does rain, we're going to have to take the bridge and go across the boggy bit. But it adds about a quarter mile onto the walk. But Stella can do it. She's been rested since 12 o'clock. No, a bit later than that, about 1 o'clock. And she won't be probably moving to tomorrow. I'm guessing about 10:30, 11 at the earliest. So she's nearly had. She will nearly have had 24 hours rest. And what it is her knee. Now watching her today, she was fine walking, but since she stopped, she seized up a bit. It's just like us when we had a bad knee. I used to think it was her hips. It's not her hips at all. It's her knee, one of her knees. So get her home, rest her for a week, maybe rest her for 10 days, and then give her little gentle walks and just give her easy life again until we come out again. That's the way to do it. And you know, all this talk about, oh, if you don't exercise your dog twice a day or once a day when they're older, they'll seize up and they'll not be able to do any walking. Well, she spent 4 months basically sat in her bed, couldn't even get to the back gate, so a back door to go outside in the back garden. So if I can get her through all this, these last few days, after that 4 months rest, basically lying in bed, it shows that it's not true that a dog will seize out. Every dog is different. Because Stella's always done this. Stella's used to this, even at her age now. Now, if you talk a normal, average 15-year-old dog and start ploughing them through here, they'll probably collapse within about the first 2-3 miles. See, the sun's coming back out again. But that's the way to do it with Stella. And another thing, it just shows that, you know, the vet was saying put her down and all this, you know. I would have lost all their memories we had this last few days. Again, watch your dog. He's chewing his nails. No, he ain't. He's using his teeth to clean himself. Good boy. That's another thing. When the dog gets older, if they clean themselves, it shows they're still alert and willing. Stella's been cleaning herself. That's another thing. If they stop cleaning themselves, it's a sign they're kind of giving up. I wonder how much more she'll do. Next place we'll go won't be here. It'll probably be a beach for Stella. Stella likes the beach, and I don't think Rogue's been to the beach as far as I can remember. So it could be real funny. That's if we get some more warm weather in September. If we get some warm weather in the next couple of weeks, I'll take them up. We'll try and catch up on some of the time we've lost. And all we'll do is we'll pitch. I know some nice hideaways and not far to walk. And we'll just rest for about 3 or 4 days, enjoying the life. And probably be back here in the autumn when it gets a bit colder and frostier. A hot tenting around about here and maybe searching some different areas. If it weren't for Stella, I'd like to push on to Glen Kinglass, and search around there. But either way, If it's dryish air, I can bring out the drone. If it's moist and damp and drizzly, I can't use the drone, so we'll see. As for the footage with the drone, they'll talk in the valleys. I'm going to just spend hours and hours looking over it. You'll see it again, you'll see every time I put it up, people say, oh, you didn't fly that drone very well. I wasn't doing it to fly the drone very well, I was doing it to kind of go out, turn the drone back facing the area I want to look at, turn back, go up, and do the same again. And what I was doing is just scanning certain areas from different angles. Excuse me. So yeah, I wasn't trying to do one of these nice scenic kind of through the valley things. So I'll scan through that and see if anything stands out. And if anyone sees on the videos which I upload, maybe they got bigger screens, if they see anything at anywhere, just let me know and give a timestamp, and I'll scan through it myself and see if I've missed it. Apart from that, where is Neil? I do not know. I'll give it up. As I say, theories and analysis, and I don't know, just give it up. It's what you're learning now. Well, should I say I'm learning now, that there's a hell of a lot more mental, psychological side to searching. It's not the physical side. You just got to stick at it and keep doing it, and eventually you might come good. If you don't, you just keep sticking at it. No, I do all this searching for years and years and years, and then one day someone will find them by chance. It'll be good for the family site, but it'll be frustrating that I did. Probably be an area I've actually scanned as well, but you know, there's no such thing. I mean, not being disrespectful, Neil could be about 20-30 feet from us now, and sometimes they're hidden away so well that you'd never even see them. A lot of it's going to be down low. As I said, I took Rebel yesterday afternoon in the valley, and we did search some areas that I haven't searched before. But it was such a big area. I was surprised how wide open it was. I'm just looking at this slope. Sorry, while I was chatting to you. See that slope? That's the slope we went up, right up there, to get just short of that one. Don't look much, does it? But you should see it in real life. It's quite a steep slope. I'm really surprised how we got up there, and that was frost covered and snow covered. So you've done well to get out there. Right, enough waffling. Rebel, you're about finished. And go for that. What are we going to do with your ear? There's some starch or something, we can just stick it. Everyone, oh, well, before I go, people look at his teeth and say his teeth were bad. They were. I was so busy with Rogue, looking after Rogue for the first, I don't know what it was, year. Then Stella went ill, and I was like, oh no, you know what I mean? So I spent so much time looking after, you know, them two, that I forgot about Rebel's teeth. And, oh, thank you, Rebel. I don't know what he's been doing. But anyway, and I neglected his teeth, but I've been getting the brush on them every day. I've got a toothbrush, and I just use a normal human toothbrush and dog toothpaste. And I've been doing them most days, and they are coming up, so we're catching back on them. But it's not as easy as people think. They think they'll come up within a couple of weeks. They don't. They take months. But that was my fault. I took my eyes off the ball and was concentrating on the other two dogs so much that I didn't see what was right in front of me with him. A handful, you know, when you're looking after 3 dogs, there's a hell of a lot to do when you've got one that's old and going through health issues, and Rogue that got to me that had so many psychological, mental, and she had a few physical problems, you know what I mean, but they're all sorted now. She's getting there. Right, on that note, I've got to switch you off, otherwise you'll get sick of looking at. Right, that's better scenery. I'll talk to you later. So, temperatures 22, nearly 23. When the wind comes, it drops down a bit. Now, today's forecast through the Garmin, which is 19 miles away, the weather station there, it says 16. So 19 miles away, they're getting readings of 16 degrees. Probably because it's in cloud. So that's what I'm saying about the weather forecast. You cannot take them for granted. Even though it's only 19 miles, you think it can't be that much difference, but it can be. But the thing is, if it does warn of rain on the way, you know rain is coming, you know what I mean? It might not hit you at the time they're stating, but it will hit you sooner or later. So, I mean, look, it's nearly 24 degrees. It's supposed to be 16 today. The other day when I was looking at the weather readings, it was saying 18. I say it's still climbing. The reason I'm facing this way, it's not because I'm getting it direct in the sun. That's where the wind is coming from. I've got to get the wind speed as well. See, if I don't catch the wind, you won't get an accurate reading. Not bad for 16 or 18 degrees. Rebels on guard duty. Stella is on sleep duty. Rogue just scared a cyclist that went by, so she's now done her job for the day, she says. I had her on the lead, but she still growled. It's only natural. They ain't seen people for 5 days. All of a sudden, someone comes near the camp. Rebel's still cleaning himself. Right, Rebel, leave yourself alone, boy. You just let me know if any bad people come along. Wake me up. I'm going to listen to some music on Spotify. We're watching this cloud coming in. There's blue sky in between. It could be a quick shower coming in. Them sharp, nasty ones. The wind is picked up as well. And there's a chill to the wind. So, got everything ready to lock up. Just doing a bit of solar charging that I can easily pick up and bring over. And batten down the hatches if needed. Change that quick. But look where we were the other day. Look at that cloud over there. Massive, isn't it? They're creeping over the mountains. If I'm wrong, but I think we're in for a quick shower. Just a change in the air, the wind. Really picked up. Right, look at that. A blue sky a minute ago. Oh, nothing. Let's see. What time is it now? Oh, 16:43. I've got to do dinner in a bit. That certainly looks like rain over there. Batten down the hatches. It's getting a bit crazy out there. Don't know where the winds come from all of a sudden. So we'll all see all that. Good thing is no midges will be flying in this. It could be nothing. It could just blow through. Bit of wind. Or we could get a sharp shower. One of them crazy ones. That soaks everything for about half an hour and then all of a sudden it's gone. Had one of them a lot more. Turned everything into a marsh within seconds. That much came down. We've had 28, 29 degrees and then all of a sudden cold. I can really turn, excuse me, dust or pollen. It can turn nasty very quick out here. Right, I've got to have my dinner. Good time to eat my dinner while all the wind's about and no midges. Charged everything up. As I say, it might blow through. Can go as quick as it came. Glad I'm not up in the valley now. Still gusting. Iffy what could happen. I think the weather's turned. The wind was coming from the west. It's now coming from the north. But Look down there. You see how grey it is down there. Rich Orchy is getting soaking, I guess. So we've been lucky so far. Oops, sorry, I got you zoomed in. But it's now chilly out. I just took a reading. It's like 16, feeling like 14. It's dropped 10 degrees in a matter of an hour. Just like that. Woo. Right, in the tent, we're battened up. Just looking at trees. Thankfully, all the wind's blowing that way, so they should go that way. I don't think I'll get that strong, but crazy. It was coming from there. I had my back inside the tent with my legs out, both ends open. It was 24 degrees. It was absolutely cooking. It was lovely. And then I just looked out and I saw this clouds coming over like that, and look at it. It's coming in, and you can hear and feel it now. Ooh, at least the midges won't be flying. Good news. And I'm gonna kick Rogue's backside now. We're braced. You know, the funny thing is, when I set this tent up today, I thought, I put out the guy lines every day. I thought, nah, I ain't gonna need the guy lines today. You know what I mean? And I nearly didn't do it. I mean, it would have been no problem. I could easily done it, but just so makes you laugh how the 1 minute you think you don't need to do anything is probably when you need to do it. Right, I'm getting in and finishing my coffee. I've had spaghetti bolognese. Absolutely gorgeous. Wow. Sky down there again. And this video is making it look really light. It's really black down there. Wind's been picking up. Sorry, I was saying it was a northerly. It's not. It's easterly, isn't it? From over there. And sky is pretty grey behind us. How we've not had rain, I don't know, but we might just have it. In, Rogue. Rebel, in. Get them in, get them settled. Good. Lie down. Like kids. But yeah, it's definitely, now you see why I pushed Stella today to get her here, because if we were now on the other side of Loch Dochard and the weather does change, we've got a long distance to get here, to pitch here and then sit it to Tuesday, and the weather is just setting up to start turning a bit rough and a bit wet. Now, it's not forecast to rain tonight, it's not forecast to rain tomorrow morning, but it is forecast to rain tomorrow afternoon. But I'd be very surprised if we don't get rain tonight. What happened, the wind will normally just die and then all of a sudden everything, I mean, look over there. That looks like rain, don't it? It could, I mean, when I was looking at the weather at home for this day, which is Sunday, it predicted thunderstorms. So I hope my Garmin's got it right, and my home forecast is out, but I wouldn't be surprised if we got a few thunderstorms. We're away from the trees as such. If they come down, hopefully they don't land this way. Right, do your last jobs, tighten the guy lines, check her around and settle down.